this is Risa from Hudson Valley Vintage. Look, I'm here with Kevin today, and we're actually home. We're working from home today. We are coming to you live because we're going to be doing a demo of Fusion Mineral Paints Transfer and Decoupage Medium. We're going to be using it as Decoupage. We are using Fusion Mineral Paints Transfer Gel and Decoupage Medium. So what I'm working on actually is we have a piece in our shop that Kevin and I have been painting. It's a tall secretary, and it was not in the greatest shape when we started, but it's getting a lot better. So we painted it in Fusion's putty colors. So I normally do not paint the inside of drawers. I really go piece by piece because I like as much as the original piece to stay original, if that makes sense. I don't want to cover up the original wood if I can do that. But sometimes a piece is just, the drawers are really not in great shape. And that was the case with this piece. So we painted the inside of the drawers, and then I painted the sides of the drawers. And Kevin said to me yesterday, why don't you decoupage the sides of the drawers, which we've done once or twice on other pieces, and it's really fun. And since we were going to be home today, we thought it would be a good opportunity to show you how easy this is. So when you're decoupaging with really any medium, but as I said today, I'm using Fusion's decoupage, you want to have some sort of papers to use. I got this amazing book in, I think, Hobby Lobby, and it comes with 180 sheets of all kinds of vintagey designs. For this drawer, I'm going to use this one, and this one has looks like a sewing machine and an old box camera and a balloon and all kinds of vintagey things, so it's got a really nice look. So I'm using a cheapy sponge brush that you can get anywhere. I've got my papers, and we're just going to get started. So I like to rip my decoupage papers, and I'm going to do that. I want to have some straight edges for the corners. So, ooh, look how nicely that matches with the putty. Isn't that nice? So I'm just gonna rip that like there. First, I'm gonna go ahead and take my decoupage medium, and I'm only using, I want you to know this goes so far. So I'm gonna go over my surface lightly. I'm not putting a heavy coat or anything in the area where this is going to go. Then I'm going to actually take my paper, and I'm going to, we're using plastic, but otherwise this is really not messy at all. I don't have an apron on or anything. Look how light I'm putting that on. So I'm just rubbing it on, and because I'm using smaller pieces, I
would say you're dealing in tenths of a millimeter.
Yeah, not even. You know. I'm not getting any kind of bubbling or rippling or anything like that. That's perfectly smooth. I'm not using any kind of special tool, just my fingers. And then I'm going to take my brush again and just put a light coat on. So now I'm going to do this little spot right here, and I want another clean edge. So I'm going to put the decoupage medium on the back, and I'm just putting that on. Now, if I was doing like a mixed media piece, which I do a lot, I probably wouldn't be as precise, but because this is a piece of furniture, you know, I want it to be on the edge right. I don't want it to be like folded under or anything like that. Sometimes if I'm doing this on mixed media, I might like wrap it around my surface, but I want to be a little more precise here because this is a piece of furniture. So here I go. I'm going to put a little more on. I'm putting just a very thin coat. go back to my paper and
You're just eyeballing it.
yeah, I'm eyeballing it, that's all. See, that's like a little too big, so I'm just gonna tear a little more. And because this is a repetitive pattern, you know, I don't have to, it's not like putting wallpaper on where you have to have the seams exactly.
And you're rotating them too, so you're not keeping them all the same way.
No,
Yep.
no. I think it makes it a little more fun. Now I am stopping right here because I want to show that this is an old piece, and I want to show this detail right here.
The dovetails.
The dovetails, thank you, honey. So I am not going to cover that because I do want that to show. If you don't like the tearing, if you feel like that's like, I don't know, if you just don't like the look of it, then use a pair of scissors. I mean, it's your project, so it's totally what you want to use. Here I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. See, I have rough edges here, but I need a piece that's got, you know, straight edges. So I'm just going to use a scissor. So you certainly can use a scissor if you want to. I mean, that's a personal choice. I kind of like the way it looks torn, but you can definitely use a scissor, and here I'm using one so I can get my piece to fit right. So look how fast that, I mean, I don't know how.
And once this dries, it doesn't have to be sealed, it's glued on.
Yeah,
This
is,
you know, bottom
yeah,
and top. So.
Yeah. So it probably does, I mean, it really is sealed. So I'm gonna turn around and do the other side. So here I am, I've just pulled my piece. Look how great that matches the putty, isn't that nice? And so that's great. I'm gonna take my gel, and I'm not applying a lot at all. I'm using a sponge brush. These are super cheap. It's like a couple bucks to buy a whole bag of maybe 20 or so. Putting a very thin coat. Then I'm taking my piece and I'm turning it over. Now, I haven't been timing this, but I'm done with this drawer. That's it. I'm done. If you wanted to, you certainly, somebody asked, would you go over the whole thing again? I'm not going to because I feel like I put enough product on.
And you could put poly on it. You just want
Yeah.
to make sure it dries completely before you do that.
Yeah, exactly. I'd probably wait a day. So here's the other side. Let's see. And I'd say it's pretty clear.
Mm-hmm. I don't see any white.
And it actually feels, it's probably, you know, it's not going to be completely dry yet, but it feels dry. But you can see that the whiteness of it is gone. And when you use a pattern like that, you don't have to have it completely straight. So again, we were using Fusion Mineral Paints. This is their old logo. So if you're wondering why it looks a little different, I've been using this for quite a long time. It's lasts me a long time. This is the transfer gel and decoupage medium. And we're working on this secretary, and we decided to decoupage the drawers, which is a really fun look. So thank you guys for watching. Again, we are Hudson Valley Vintage, Risa and Kevin. So take care, guys. Again, if you have any questions on really any Fusion product, but particularly the transfer gel and decoupage medium, post them in the comments, and we will answer you right away. Take care, everybody. Thanks again.